So AI. Hi, I'm Jesus Sunny. You might know me from my other videos of Sunny Productions, where I am also Jesus Sunny. And today I wanted to make a special video just to discuss AI, which you may also known as artificial intelligence. According to Oxford Languages, AI is short for artificial intelligence. According to Oxford Languages, artificial intelligence is the theory and development of computer systems able to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence, such as visual perception, speech recognition, decision making, and translation between languages. In short, artificial intelligence has the possibility to do the impossible. I say the impossible because it's what we have yet to discover. Anything's possible, but not everything is possible yet. So recently, AI has gotten a big boost. A lot of people have been talking about it. It's new. Well, it's not new, but it's gaining a larger, more traction as a lot of things start happening. We have ChatGPT, AI art. We have a bunch of AI things right there. And it's a lot of questions that people are asking. And I just wanted to do a little video to discuss everything about what's going on. So with that being said, let's get right to it. Don't mind me. I'm just working here as well, getting all the information ready to give you the most accurate information. But let's start off first with artificial intelligence in the form of chatbots. Snapchat AI, ChatGPT, or even Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant. All of these are factors that can be counted as chatbots in the artificial intelligence format. So chatbots. Chatbots are essentially an AI where you can communicate with one another. Essentially, the more information you give it, the more information it'll process and then give out a better source of answer. We've had examples of this already going on with ChatGPT or Snapchat AI. And overall, I think it's pretty well. Beyond that, there's also the discussion of personalization. Humans naturally like to make things personalized. We like to tweak things out. And in the sense of like our cell phones, we like to customize them, have our own wallpapers, passcodes, etc. in that sense. AI can prove to be something that can really build on that right there. Let's say you want to have an AI best friend. Again, don't want to make AI be your only chat format right there. That is not healthy at all. But in the sense of, let's say you wanting to have a friend that's AI, you can have that opportunity and build that AI into that personality. When dealing with Snapchat AI, I remember discussing it right there with the AI. But it was interesting because I was working through it right there in my head and I was coming up with ideas and I was out here giving out the options of we should have an opportunity to build and customize a friend that clicks with you, because having an AI friend that's always nice doesn't always click with someone that doesn't reciprocate that type of vibe the best compared to one that's a little bit in a different tone, different aspects in that sense. Personalization is something that's key and that can really help with AI. It's something that's growing and building. I mean, whether you're talking with your assistants or whether you're doing ChatGPT, it builds a connection and you grow a stronger bond with it. But in the sense of where it is right now, I wouldn't say it's as strong as it can be yet. But I would say that my main concern would be the way that many people are handling it, as we have some people, only a few right there currently right now that are at least public, where they have used this form of chatbot communication as their only form of communication, or at least a more priority, larger form of communication. This can be unhealthy in the sense of, let's say, for instance, you have somebody who ends up dating a chatbot. That is definitely not something that you want to do, and it's just incredibly unhealthy for obvious reasons, but that would be a major consequence as to what's going on in that sense. On the other hand, you have things like ChatGPT that are able to communicate and give you a direct answer. You can give it information, it'll give it back right there in that sense. However, in the form of ChatGPT, one important thing to note is the fact that as of right now, it only has the ability to get information from all the way up till September of 2021. So if you ask it anything trendy, you're probably not going to get an answer you want in that sense. And if you ask for anything topical, news related, you're probably also not getting any of that information. Anything from September 2021 and back. So that should probably get updated soon to be a more effective format for those types of questions. But like anything, I don't think that we should just blame it on technology. At the end of the day, it all comes down to us, the humans, and it all depends on how we wield these tools that we are given. ChatGPT, artificial intelligence, chatbots, they all have the potential of doing something that's incredibly impressive, life-changing maybe, but it just depends on how we use it, because we could easily use it for very beneficial factors, but we could also use it for very not beneficial factors. I mean, think of the possibilities, whether you're in the medical field, law, film, anything in that sense. This type of technology can be really life-changing. Now, at the same time, let's say in the sense of film, to me, for instance, one thing that would not be useful would be devoting or only relying on ChatGPT, for instance, to write an entire script for you. Why? Because I'm of the firm belief that in order to create art, there must be some form of humanity within that art. You have films that a lot of people call soulless, and it's because there is no humanity, or it's been stripped away. Making a thing like ChatGPT devote itself to writing that art is just not going to be well. You're going to strip the humanity out, and you're going to just be given this form of a structured story, but it's just not going to entirely make sense. We have examples of whether it be a trailer that was made from AI, scripts that were made from AI. They're not entirely the best. Granted, it's also because it's learning, and some of these examples can be from years back, but that still doesn't change the factor that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good AI is going to be. The humanity is the one thing that it can't entirely replicate. I mean, there's something special about someone that crafted a picture, presenting it, a form of art, presenting it and giving it that image. Which drives us to our next segue on AI art. AI-generated art has been something that a lot of people have been really impressed by. I'll have to admit, I was also really impressed by. I mean, here, we can put up some examples around here-ish, if it fits right there, on some of the AI's art pieces right there that I put of myself. It was a very standard process. You put a picture of yourself and it'll generate it. But beyond that, there's different types of things of where AI can just craft anything in that sense. And I'll admit, it's impressive. I would say that it's pretty cool, I'll admit. But it does lead to some controversy, especially in the art community, on whether or not we should count this as art. And more beyond that, there's the discussion on how this can impact the art. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I really did enjoy these art pieces. I found them very fascinating in the way that you can get something from space, Western, neon, luxury, royalty, etc. right there. It's fascinating. I genuinely like it right there. And it brings a cool new look of portfolio so you can add maybe a dash of possible catfish. Overall, I would say this is pretty good. I don't know, actually, I really do like these. I like these a lot. But it shouldn't replace human art. So, right off the bat, in a positive impact format, there's the exploration and innovation. AI art can also provide the ability to create things that maybe we haven't even reached the possibility of knowing. Maybe it's know something that we don't, and it can lead to us figuring it out and expanding beyond that. That is something that's incredible and that we humans have done. However, this can speed up the process in a way that many of us can probably enjoy it a lot more, and who knows how many art pieces that we can create from this exploration. But at the same time, there have been negative impacts, and in the sense of negative impacts, there's the devaluation of human artistry. A lot of people now suddenly think that because of AI art, there is no real need for humans to make art. I mean, why would you end up spending hours upon ends trying to make a single piece of art when an AI can whip it up in less than, what, a couple minutes? Seconds? It brings some sort of controversy on the need for humans to make art. And that, my friends, is something that's honestly pretty dangerous, because at the end of the day, we must remember, this is a machine. This is a machine. It can produce a lot of information. It's incredibly innovative. It can end up doing a lot of good. But we're the wielders. We're the ones that are controlling these tools, and we have to allow our aspects, the things that make us special, impact the art piece. Now, I will say that from my impact, I find it that using it can be useful. As of yet, I haven't used a piece of AI really in a big format, but I do plan on one day eventually meshing it in a way where it is going to be a mix of humanity and the AI, machine, and hopefully making something that's going to mash well. Now, if the process is way more daunting and just horrifying and difficult, then we're just not going to do that. But if it's manageable, then definitely something to give it a go. Beyond that, there's also the ethical concerns, as AI algorithms are trained for vast data sets that may contain biases, stereotypes, or controversial content. And there's also intellectual property and authenticity. I mean, how are you going to give yourself intellectual property if the AI gave it to yourself? And there's a lot of discussions on whether you made the art piece, the AI made the art piece, who owns it, and a lot of discussions in that sense, which can lead to a lot more trouble, you might say. So in the sense of the AI art, it's definitely not something that you're gonna be finding a smoother bow. It's definitely a lot more divisive, to be honest. But there's a lot of good that AI can do. I mean, like, whether you look at it in the medical field, the possibilities it can do there, or education. I mean, recently, from a college student perspective right there, AI has made a big impact in a positive and negative manner, depending on the student. AI has given the opportunity for students to end up asking questions, helping themselves on their papers, etc. in that sense. Granted, I would be lying if I were to say that no student or only a few students have used ChatGPT, for instance, to cheat, to just find the answer, to have an entire paper written out for them. And to that, I would say, going back to what I had already said about humanity, can't really replicate how a human is. Maybe, granted, it can improve and eventually be very impossible to see the difference, but as of right now, it's very clear. You get like a report right there of a student saying you obviously wrote ChatGPT or AI, and boom, F. But it just depends on how you use it. Now, there is also a lot of benefits to this. Let's say eventually, just like cursive, I don't know, I haven't used cursive in like a long time, but it used to be something that was really brought upon to know. And maybe from here on out, formal discussions right there can be settled with a lot more quickly through this. Let's say if you're in a company and you're on the go, rush, go, you can easily ChatGPT what you need to do and send it. But it definitely does depend. You have to be descriptive at times, and you have to be kind of presenting it in a well manner. It's definitely got its pros and it's definitely got its cons, I'll admit. But it's got potential. But then there's the negatives. I know that there's discussion on jobs being removed by AI. And to that, I will say that is very unfortunate. But it was gonna happen sooner or later. I mean, like, when I say sooner or later, I don't mean that in the sense of like, oh, you lost your job in that sense and like not caring. I mean, it's unfortunate, it sucks, I know. What I'm saying is that it was gonna happen at some point. Technology evolves, and as technology has evolved, machines have evolved, and they've taken the jobs of humans. But as I said, there is potential. There is a way to handle this, and as long as we also combine ourselves to this, we adapt, we improve, there is a way to get through this. But if you have lost your job, for instance, due to an AI, and watching this video, I don't want it to seem like I'm suddenly just saying, hey, you'll get over it in that sense. I know it's a difficult situation, and if you are going through something like that, I just want to say that I hope that things get better on your end. Just want to make that clear. Beyond that, there's also the fact that there's ethical considerations surrounding AIs are also paramount. AI systems are trained on vast amounts of data, which may contain biases. Now, once again, as I mentioned right there originally in the beginning of the video, AI is trained to give out information based off the information that it's given. Let's say a programmer programs the AI and starts giving it false information or biases about races, sexes, genders, etc. This can prove to be a lot more of a worse future for all of us in that sense, especially if the AIs, overall keep getting worse. Going even further, there are the possibilities of where AI can take us. From a positive sense, AI can take us to an increase of effectiveness and productivity. AI, as I mentioned, can end up building on this. It depends on how we use it, is the important thing that you should remember. If we use AI correctly, it can end up helping build us and progress us in many formats. I mean, like, think about it. Let's say you are trying to build on a problem, but you don't know exactly how to do it. You have to write something, you have to build something, you have to construct something. With AI, you can now have that process be sped up. It just has to be on you to see how you continue it. You can be more effective and build on it right there, but it just depends on you, to be honest, right there in that sense. There's the improved decision making that AI can do. AI can give you tips on what you should do and end up helping you on decisions of what you do. And from a business standpoint, this is completely something that can be beneficial to you. There's the enhance of healthcare and biomedical research that it can give you. Advancements in education, AI can give you so much. Let's say in the sense of an education system, as mentioned, students, they've used it for wrong, I would say, in some aspects, but it can also be really beneficial. Yes, you have the internet that you can, look up anything in, but with AI, you could simply ask it for a question and it can give you a more enhanced, in-depth look in a much more simpler manner. It's like Google search, but more direct in a way. But there's also negative impacts of where AI can take us in the future. Job displacement is something that I've mentioned. You can lose your job, but there's also the ethical and bias issues in the sense of how it's constructed. There's also privacy and security concerns. Let's say AI is not as safe as we think it is. Suddenly it's hacked, something goes wrong, and boom, now we're screwed. That would be a less than ideal future. There's also the dependency and unpredictability. Now, how many of us here have a cell phone? AI can just expand on that. Let's be real. Whether you have a cell phone, cell phones, I would say now, is something, a piece of technology that has grown into dependency as another form of a human limb in a way. Depending on the person, but I would say for most people, not all people, but for a good chunk of people right there, a cell phone or smartphone has become like a second limb. You have your contacts in there, your photos, your calls, your texts, etc., right? Calendars and all that. So we've grown dependency on it, meaning that whenever we have a situation, a problem, or any of that, people tend to want to look right there, whether it be through Safari or Google Chrome, or let's say even when you do a math question and you know the answer, but you still have to click the calculator just because you want to make sure 100% that it's right. AI can lead to that, as in the sense of, let's say suddenly we become way too dependent on it. We can't make a single decision and suddenly we only need AI to help us. That can prove to be really negative to all of us. In the sense of AI, I guess we can come to the conclusion that it is a powerful tool that we must control and learn how to bond with and click in a wonderful manner. So yeah, I just wanted to make a little video discussing more about AI. I find it to be quite fascinating, and I figure that you might find it fascinating discussing it and seeing right there what it is. And then as a little fun fact, just to show you how innovative AI can be. I mean, you've seen me on the computer, but I wasn't just Googling things, but actually using ChatGPT to help me out with all this. So you got questions and formats, and I had to be descriptive, obviously, right there. In the beginning, it wasn't quite what I wanted for this video to be. I was asking it to give me information, and it was giving me a script and everything in that sense, and I was like, whoa. But after giving it the proper wording and the proper structure and everything right there, it ended up going into what I was aiming for. So, surprise! This video was kind of written by ChatGPT in a way. Hopefully ChatGPT did a good job, but I mended it right there, angled it. I combined both my aspects and ChatGPT together to end up making something that's this, and hopefully it's pretty good. Yeah. So with that being said, I guess that's the end of this ChatGPT discussion, and I'm pretty sure that I'll probably make more, depending on if you guys want some more right there. I'll probably go more in depth if it need be. This was just a video that I wanted to do just to discuss it more right now at the moment with you all. But I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's currently subscribed, looked at the video so far. I know that we're slowly building, and it's a building process, but we're hoping that things go up, especially in the summer. I just wanted to make a little kind of announcement, but this is one of the last videos out of the brief amount of videos that I've posted on YouTube so far that was shot here in my college dorm. Tomorrow I'm moving out. I should be doing a little quick video now about me announcing the summer. I have a lot of videos to edit at the time right now, but I will say I'm feeling more comfortable right now. I guess being more personal right now with you, I'm feeling more comfortable bouncing off right now, which is good. We move on, we keep growing, and in the sense of Sunny Productions, we're gonna keep pumping up more numbers by posting more videos. Remember, we're here for you no matter what in that sense. Whether you're having a bad day, let us shine a little bit of light into it. I just wanted to say thank you a lot. I've been shooting a lot of videos this week, so for TikTok and YouTube, so you can expect some all over the place right there. Some on TikTok, some on YouTube, some on YouTube Shorts now. So with that being said, hopefully you're having a great day. If you're not, then just remember to let Jesus Sunny shine a light on it. And with that being said, thanks for watching. Till next time, peace.